Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Jones. It's the day before school starts. This is a teacher work day, except from 1 to 3, which is a casual drop-in open house. So I'm dressed kind of casually today. Yeah, in stripes and prints. That's the way I roll. I just wanted to show you a few updates to the classroom, tell you what I'm going to be doing today. I did find some whiteboards. They are ginormous. I wish my husband's had his woodworking materials. He could probably cut them down for me, but I'm glad to have them. Got my easel put together by my dear husband. I started on my anchor chart. I use the principles of the Daily Five. I don't really do the Daily Five. We just do Read to Self, but I love how she launches independent daily reading or Read to Self, and so I use that every year. I also have my Flippets chart here. This is my previewing strategy that I teach the students to look at the front of the book, the last pages, the illustration, look at how many pages there are, read the introduction if there is one, figure out what they already know, look at the table of contents, and read the synopsis on the back. And that's one of my first lessons that I teach. Stick it in there. And then down there I've got some more posters, and you can't see underneath, there's some books that I use to teach at the beginning of the year. Everything looks pretty much the same as you've seen it. I did decide to switch out the desk. I had a table in the front, and this one has a little less space, but the nice thing is it does have a drawer right here, and this is where I have my learning targets. This school is really big on learning targets, and so I made up some ahead of time and laminated them so they are right here when I need them, and then I figure I can move this around if it's in the student's way. So over here I want to show you what I have out for open house so far. So I have my introductory letter. Now all of the parents either got one of these mailed to them or emailed to them, but some people like a paper copy or they're new students, so I have my extras out. I have a form that my whole grade level uses for getting to know you. I need to throw out some pencils for pens for parents. These are our acceptable use policies. We have an English and Spanish version. That's all I have out so far. I got to kind of look around and see what other teachers have. I'm basically ready for the first week of school, so I'm really working on extra stuff. So one of the things I'm working on is my learning center. I had a hard time figuring out what I was going to do. Normally, my learning center is a lot bigger and takes up more space, but there's just no space in this classroom for it. So I took this box this year and decorated it up, and I have the games kind of organized. I have math in the front. I have math, and these are math fact games. And then I have math task cards, math games that you write on, so basically consumable math games, dice games with math, and these are just some extra math games. And then for language arts, I also have language arts task cards. I have vocabulary. Sorry, my battery cut out there, so forgive me if I repeat a little bit. So we have language arts dice games. We have language arts games that are consumable. We have general games, and that's just basically like blank games for task cards. So like this one, you would grab some task cards. And then behind that, I've got a tic-tac-toe game with the same principle. So I do, I know this doesn't seem like a lot of games, but I switch them out for every unit. So every time we have a new unit, we get a bunch of new games. And I actually haven't put all the games in here yet because I haven't, we haven't unpacked all of our storage unit yet. So there will be more coming. So this is going to live right over here. kind of with the classroom library. Right here I've got dice and little markers. And you know what works really, really well for, find a place to put this down. One of the things that works really well for game markers is the caps of dry erase markers, especially the large size of dry erase markers. It's great because they're all different colors and you're recycling. So that's something I tell the kids during the year is when your marker dies, put the cap here in the basket. So actually I probably ought to move this over here. I want to cover up my little flower here. You can't fight hate with hate. That's my empathy plant, so we're going to be doing lessons on empathy. And I also wanted to show you some swag, teacher swag, woohoo, that we got from our first days in training together. And that's this, ta-da! It's this beautiful poster. And this is kind of our school-wide focus for the year, is visible learning, which kind of builds off of learning target, the idea of learning targets. And in our kickoff assembly, which I'm hoping to have a student film a little bit of, each grade level team is going to take one letter. We have our reach goals, and have a big letter and do a little presentation, like a 30-second presentation about each one. And so I've put it up here temporarily. Kind of been moving things around in here, trying to figure out, once this copy machine leaves, there is a work order out for it to leave, what I'm going to be doing in here. So I have some extra chairs. I think I'm going to try to probably can't even see it, it's so dark. I'm probably going to try to keep that, here we go, that, and use it kind of like a bench and for storage, and then use this table. And probably the bins I'm going to put on the floor. Oh, I'll put some along the back of the classroom right here and some along the front of the classroom. Yeah, so that's how things are looking right now. I hope to do a little bit of filming during our drop-in open house. I'm really excited for the school year to start. TTFN, ta-ta for now. So our informal open house is over. I was hoping to film a little bit, just some of the interactions, but because I'm a new teacher here, I was just inundated with kids. You can see every desk that is cleaned off has actually been claimed by a student. So you can see that pretty much I have about 9 students who did not show up, which is, a super cool and amazing. Out of 23, so I have 23 at the moment, although new kids are registering every day. It doesn't seem like 4th grade's being hit as hard as in past years. I've got my bags moved over here and the markers separated out by groups. I was able to do a little bit of work with technology. Still don't have any speakers for my Promethean board, and I still don't have the software installed, but hopefully I'll get that at some point. I am able to show PowerPoints and show things that are online. You can see I've got my instructions written up here for tomorrow morning. They have to pick a desk, unpack their supplies, and hang up their backpack, and that's pretty much it. Sorry, I just keep getting interrupted with this. This school is so full of helpful people, and everyone's trying to look out for me. So I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do on the first day. This was an idea from another one of the 4th grade teachers, and she says she models it on the first day, where she brings a bag from home that has 6 to 8 items in it that talk a little bit about her. And I put a few things in that I happen to have at school. I have the tiger. from my last school. I have one of my magnets from this summer. I have, wow, it's upside down, but a picture of my family, and I'm going to grab some other things from home to put in here. And she gave me 2 bags for girls and 2 bags for boys, and basically you just hand them out to the kids and they bring them back the next day with 6 to 8 items in them as a way to get to know the kids. So I'm definitely going to try that tomorrow. So yeah, guys, tomorrow is the first day of school, August 15th, 2017. I'm much more excited than nervous at this point, but I'm really, really tired. So I'm really excited. I have some really great kids, and a lot of them, I was like, you're going to have to help Mrs. Jones. It's her first year in the school. And a lot of them were more than willing to do that. And hopefully I made a connection with one of my more challenging students. I gave him a special job to do on the first day. Seems like a really great kid. So he did well last year, and I want him to continue to do well this year. So that's it for today, the day before school starting. TTFN. Ta-ta.